watching Musings with Wolf. I'm Wolf, and these are my musings. Today I'm talking about the 10 funkiest towns to visit in England. So let's get right to it. I apologize if my sound isn't very good. A wolf needs to buy a microphone, but I live in the middle of nowhere, so how am I supposed to, go to the marketplace and purchase a microphone? I will get to it. And also I need to upload the second part of my latest video, but I'll get to that. I have limited time today because YouTube isn't my full-time job. It's just something I do for the YOLOs. Anyway, my first town I'm going to mention is Lewes. Lewes is a town in the southeast of England, and why I like Lewes is it's very friendly, it's very chill, it's quite well to do, it's neither good nor bad, just is what it is, and they're quite eco-conscious, so it's very clean. There's a lot of nice walks and nature trails and stuff like this for the southeast, which tends to be quite built up often compared to other parts of England. But Lewes once a year has a bonfire night, and it celebrates, for people who aren't from England or the UK or aren't familiar, Guy Fawkes was this fella who tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and he got caught, and officially it's a celebration of the fact that he got caught. And we light fireworks to celebrate gunpowder. It was all gunpowder smuggled underneath the Houses of Parliament. But I think in some parts of the UK it's celebrated that the monarchy, well, it's not the monarchy, sorry, the government got almost did get put to rest. But I think the fireworks in Lewes itself are a bit confused, because I remember I was there and all of a sudden there was a big statue of Guy Fawkes going past in the middle of the street. They have this big parade and everyone was booing at him, and then all of a sudden there's like government faces going past, like a big parade of the government faces, and everyone's booing at them as well. It's like, which side are you on, kind of thing. But yeah, it's very cool. There's all these like weird societies, and they're like different streets in Lewes have their own little society going on. They wear all these jumpers. It's very like a kind of like occult and a bit like strange, but it's cool. And they don't really like people who aren't from the town going there. Whereas you actually go there on the night, there's loads of people you hear all sorts of accents. It's all these very niche people who just love to watch fires, which is a bit strange, but in a cool way. So yeah, I like Lewes. That's number one. Okay, number two would be Falmouth in Cornwall. I really like Falmouth. It's a small seaside town, and it's just got that quirkiness as well. It's got some like very unusual shops. It can be quite touristy, but the beaches and the nature are wonderful. So Falmouth is up there with the top 10 towns. It's also got, it's just some very quirky things going on, like this magic museum. Cornwall's beautiful in general. And if you're staying in Falmouth, you can make your way to other parts of Cornwall. Third town, Hereford. Technically a city, because it's got a cathedral. I just like Hereford. I mean, these towns aren't necessarily like, people from England might be like, what? But Hereford it's got a real diverse mix of people. You can see that because if you ever like walk around Hereford on a weekday, you'll see like the normal schools, the wealthy, like I think it's a private cathedral school because of the huge cathedral, which Oliver Cromwell, I think, tried to take over back in the day. It's just like very mixed. There's the arts college, and then there's all the farmers. It's got like famous for cattle. There's a lot of Polish people who live there. So it's just a very like random mix of stuff, and it kind of makes its own like unique culture. And the River Wye passes straight through it, so you've got this beautiful river that you can go walk alongside. And I just like it. I don't, it's just cool. And there's this like, yeah, if you go there for like a couple of days, you'll like see its charm, and you'll be like, yeah, Hereford's cool. So that's number three. Number four is Ross on Wye again. It's just a quirky little town on the River Wye. Um, Artsy and crafty. Got much more of a local feel. I remember there's a really nice Gurkha restaurant, Nepalese soldiers, and it's Nepalese food, proper good. And that being said, one more for the River Wye, Hay on Wye. Hay on Wye is a famous town for its books. It's got, I think it's got the most bookshops per like ratio to however other many shops in the UK. And obviously, well, maybe not obviously, it's famous for like a book festival. Oh my ear, jeez. Um, and once a year there's this huge book festival, and yeah, it's just this town with all these quirky bookshops and nice little cute quaint cafes that you can go and sit in and just have a nice meal, and then you can explore all these bookshops, whether it's modern books or I remember this huge bookshop with just loads of ancient old books in it. Yeah, Hay on Wye is cool. It's got some lovely, there's some lovely, each area I'm kind of saying, maybe besides Lewis actually, is surrounded by beautiful countryside as well, so you can quickly get out and be in lovely countryside. You're very close to Wales by being on Hay on Wye, which is very beautiful. The next place I'm going to mention is Settle in Yorkshire. Now, Settle's like a market town, I think it was, and it's got really beautiful little shops. I remember there's this shop where this lady's selling handmade jewellery from the area, and you've got the Yorkshire Dales around the area, the lovely hills, and yeah, very beautiful. All the jewellery is from like local artists, and I think the lady who runs the shop makes her own jewellery as well. Um, there's lots of nice like shops in Settle, and you're very close to some sugar. I can't remember what the river's called, but there's a lovely river running through it. Um, it's just that you can go. I just remember sitting there eating chips. Yeah, good times, my friend. Settle, and another Yorkshire town, Skipton. Skipton's a market town, and it's got a castle and woods around the castle you can visit, and it's just like I don't know, I just like it. I like the canals. In summer, there'll be just people chilling in their canal boats. I like you go to the market and you got all these Yorkshiremen selling like rugs and stuff. um, some really nice places to eat, little cafes and stuff. It's diverse. It's I don't mean um, it's obviously not as diverse as somewhere like London, but just like what kind of people it pulls in from all those small villages around the area, because the markets are just all sorts of different types of people. That's why I like it. Skipton. I'm trying to think where I'm at. Am I at 7? I think I am. Let's just say I'm at 7. It's at the Three River Wye. Lewis Farmers. That's 3 more. Yes, 3 more. Wait. 3 Farmers. Lewis. Yeah. 3 more. Another one I really like, another northern town, is Cockermouth in Cumbria. Old market town. It's got some artsy, crafty shops, lovely river, and yeah. I notice there's a theme here: rivers and market towns. let's go for one which isn't a market town then. Maryport in Cumbria, a port town. It's just beautiful. Just looking across the Solway Firth, which joins England to Scotland. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. There's a very nice Indian in Maryport. It's very famous in Cumbria. I would recommend going there. And the last town will be another northern town, Lancashire, Lancaster. Yes, Lancaster. It's a very interesting place. I remember being sat in a cafe once, and it was just like students and old people, retirees and students, and intermingling quite well as well. I really like. I just spent some summers in Lancaster, and it's just, yeah. There's a beautiful park on top of a hill that overlooks the city, and you can see that. Well, this is a city. I said town. Overlooks the sea, the city. You can see the Cumbrian side of England curving around, and it's just a beautiful place. Building, everything's got this like brown tinge to it, and yeah, I would really recommend visiting Lancaster if I were you, because it's a cool place. There's a very quirky bookshop there. It sells like really old esoteric books, like maybe on like occult things and stuff. Not that I'm not into that kind of stuff, but it's just, it's fun to look around things that are interesting. Lancaster is full of nice cafes as well. Yeah, and it's just a really friendly. I think because it has the students and all the retirees, it's just like really friendly. At least from my experience, it is. So, yeah. All right, there's Musings with Wolves. 10 towns to visit in England. Hope you enjoyed the video. Felt very rushed, but it is what it is. Maybe I'm in a rush. Right. I'll see you in the next video. Adios. Bye bye.